Good day, YouTube. I hope everybody is having a great day. I am not a tutorial video host. Let me re-say that. I am not a video tutorial host. But I want to show you what I got started here. We have a little trellis under what will be our new little low water creek. I filled in all that gap that I talked about with plaster of Paris. I took my knife, just a regular kitchen knife, and I cut me out a creek bed. And this little creek bed will run all the way over here to the front and create a little more water scenery across there and connect to the lake. All right. See where I'm going with this? Taking a little break at the moment. I'm going to pour straight up clear Elmer's school glue in the creek bed as it is right now, unpainted, and let it seal up all those little white foam balls that seem to just end up all over the house every time you do any of this kind of work. I'm going to seal all those up, and a few places I may carve down to where they're, a little more shallow entry, not so steep. But most of our creeks around here in Oklahoma are pretty steep. I mean, you step on the wrong little rock and you will end up in the bottom. So anyway, yeah, little step one of my little tutorial on my homemade creek bed. Okay, folks, well, it's been a little while. I had my break, coffee, you gotta have your coffee, keep you going when you move a million miles an hour like I do. School glue. What I've done here, I left off telling you that I was going to put glue on here for a sealer. That's to keep those little white foam balls from going all over the place. So I have laid down a coating of clear school glue. Yeah, that's kind of ugly right there. I have plans, don't worry. What I've done here is just taken my finger. You don't need anything special. See, the glue is still wet. Just rub it in anywhere there's an edge that you don't want, or a foam ball that you see that might move around. You don't want these things in your carpet. Most vacuum cleaners don't care much for them. But anyway, that's what I did all the way around. Kind of thick over here, but I'm going to let this dry overnight. And when you see part 3 of this little construction, I'll explain how I'm going to decorate it. Well, it's been a little while. I cleaned up all the area around the creek bed. Got it all scraped down and prepared to paint. Yeah, I just swept it all off into the creek bed. Why, you might ask? Why not? It's still white, hadn't been painted. It sticks to the glue. It adds texture. And I didn't have to dig out my vacuum cleaner. Work smarter, not harder, right? Anyway, at this point, yeah, what I did, I mean, I just brushed it off into the glue. It ain't hurt nothing. Good for it. Add color and texture. So anyway, here where I'm at this step, I'm going to use this brown latex wall paint and paint all of this, up to about here, paint that all one color, and that will be the beginning phase of my workaround. Oh yeah, my groceries. I forgot to tell you about my groceries. I Didn't have enough groceries to glue my whole track yesterday all the way around. So I glued this front half right here all the way through my tunnel to the groceries. And now that part is glued and drying. Yeah. So you know what to do with your groceries the next time you lay track. Use your groceries. Yeah, actually, I've always done this. It worked perfect. It's kind of a hassle, but you know, can't get a clamp back there. How else you gonna hold it down? Anyway, people, it's moments like these that make this hobby so exciting. Every day somebody, oh look, new trains. Oh boy, new train. Oh, I got better trains than you got. You know what? The most pleasurable part of this hobby is the scenery. For me, I mean, I'm not judgmental. Everybody to each their own. But this is these are moments to remember. And like I said in the beginning, I'm not a tutorial host. This is the first time I've ever done anything like this. So I'll apologize in advance that I'm not a good host when it comes to this kind of thing. But as you'll see in the next step, after we get this all painted down, that this is going to shape up, and this is something I've done in the last, I'd say 3 hours. Probably 10 minutes worth of work and 2.5 hours editing video. But you got to appreciate this, folks. Anyone can do this. It is so simple. Have I ever done it before? Heck, trust me, man, never. Never. I never even watched a tutorial before to see how someone would do this. I just used my imagination, and that's what it's all about. Well, what do you know about that? It's been a little bit. Got this all painted down one color. Not a beautiful color, but you're never going to see it. This will be the dirt color that shows through, the grass and the shrubbery and the roads and whatnot. But yeah, we are all painted in one color. So I'm going to let this dry overnight. I put it on pretty thick. Tried to fill in some of them holes. That's where I had trees planted along the side of the road, that kind of thing. And I just poked them down in the foam and never imagined pulling them out. They leave some pretty massive craters, so this is how they filmed the moon landing. No, I'm kidding. So my next phase will be, got a bunch of little paints out over here, some black. Need black for that depth, right? A couple different colors of blue, some teal and green. We got some browns. And what we will do there is just dab and splatter and, stand back and splash, that kind of stuff. Whatever it takes to get the riverbed painted. I want to mix all kinds of colors in and eventually add some sand, maybe painted sand. I want to create like a mossy riverbank, Can you visualize that? Mossy green, blue, pretty and clear water. And I just seen a spot I forgot to vacuum. That's my old original, my very first water scene. Right there where the waterfall is. And it's a little bit greener than I would like. Needs vacuum, boy, it's dirty. But anyway, I want to fade that greenish color into the creek over here where it's the deepest, under the bridge, okay, so you see there, that's going to be pretty deep in there. I want it to be dark. And then I'll just use the other colors to blend in a fictitious waterbed. Remember, I'm not going to get down here with my camera when I'm filming my trains. This is all for visual effects. So there we have it. We're all painted one color, and the next step will be filling in the riverbed. Okay, guys, I think you can see now what I kind of had in mind, huh? I've done the outer or the outline of the creek bed, riverbed, in brown, dark brown. This will highlight the edge, and kind of get it to pop. That's you want to draw attention to a scene like this. So that brown, that really ought to do it. I mean, that's gonna be an eye catcher right there. Looks like some of my paint ain't dry yet. So yeah, that's going to represent the muddy shoreline, bank line, whatever you call it, and add a little depth, make it look deeper, than it really is. Several more steps to go in color. My greens and my blues. A couple other shades of brown, maybe just a variety of colors mixed in here and there, and streaks here and there. I'm no artist. I do this for fun. It's fun to just create something. And in this hobby, if you mess up, all you do is cover it up. So this is my first attempt at anything like this, and I'm just going to go with it. So we've got a muddy bank line all the way over here to our little low water bridge, and then a little better view of my other water scene. I'd clean that up for y'all. It turned out pretty good, all in all, and this is a couple of years old now, so all in all, it looks pretty good. Like I said earlier, the color isn't exactly what I wanted, but a lot of moss in it, so kind of greened it up a little bit. But something like that is what I want this to be, and that'll tie my water all the way into my lake. And then after I lay out my new pieces of foam board, I'll extend my lake in the campground area over there. So now you see what I'm doing. I'm going to go ahead and finish all these other colors instead of doing them one by one. And when I'm done, I'll bring you back and I'll show you how I pour my water. Stay tuned. Well, guys, I'm back. Hopefully we can complete this. What do you think of that? We've just blended a whole bunch of different colored paints here and there. A couple of weeds and brush and logs and junk. And I'm ready to fill this thing up. How many of y'all have ever done a water scene and used that two-part epoxy? I don't remember the name of it. Cost fortune. Instant water, whatever you call it. Got to mix it up. Got to watch out for air bubbles and all that. You know me. I always look for an easier way to do things. Oh, that's my trellis for my highway, by the way. My highway is going to go across there and meet up over there and go over there and go down the road to the tunnel. Yeah, I'm always looking for the easy way and the cheap way, and good grief, you know, these companies will sell you on, look what this looks like, you know, and they won't tell you it took them 36 hours to do it and lots and lots of practice. And y'all ever heard of Gorilla Glue? This stuff is, I tell you what, it's amazing. Gorilla Glue, folks. Gorilla Glue, folks. And this is how you do it. You just start wherever you want to. Just follow your little path and build it up. Sometimes it takes a couple of coats to get the depth and everything you want. Am I still on camera? Trying to watch what I'm doing here. But see, no air bubbles. No mixing. Very simple. Whatever color you paint it is the color you'll get. Like I said, it may take, you know, a couple of coats. I may use this whole bottle and have to get another one. But I think you get my drift. And then just Gorilla Glue holds down whatever decorations you may have stuck in. The little bushes and crap that washes down the river, you know, after a flood. Let me get this little bridge out of the way. See if I can do this with one bottle. I added a variety of colors. You know, like I said, I'm no artist. I just try to imagine what it might have looked like, you know, how our good Lord created it. And go with it. The tape, do you see the tape? The tape line? That white piece of tape? Do never start this without doing something like that, because your glue will just run right off the table. I have a couple of layers of duct tape and some thumbtacks. And, well, I can show you on this side. Tape it here and there across there to catch the glue. I taped it up on the bottom. I put thumbtacks on it. Every precaution that I could think of. And you know, same way over there. And you just I think I'll stop about right here and let this first coat dry. The thinner you put it on, of course, the faster it dries. But, you know, we want water, right? So sometimes it takes more than one coat. But you really can't screw up with this stuff, you know. Gorilla Glue, I love it. So anyway, y'all, this is probably going to do it for this video. No sense in bringing you back for another boring coat. I'm just going to break off right here. Let that dry overnight. Put my lid back on. I'll let that dry overnight, and there you have it. There you have it. We have a creek with water, and I do have a little, like a beaver dam jam up, you know, where everything gets hung up. I think I can put some more decorations and stuff in that as the water starts to build higher. But I don't want to overdo it. I want to let this dry good, and I'll put on another coat tomorrow and build it all up. and give y'all a little drive-by with a steam engine. All right, y'all. I hope you enjoyed this. I had a good time showing you how I do this kind of stuff, and as you see, it's not that difficult. You end up with pretty good results, and it, you know, what did it cost me? $6 worth of Gorilla Glue. Yeah, I had everything else I needed already, and y'all probably do too. So go ahead, jump out there, tackle you a water project. No better time than now. And enjoy and try my little Gorilla Glue technique. I think you'll like it. Excellent results. Excellent results with the Gorilla Glue. I'm happy with both of my past projects. And I'm sure I'm going to be happy with this one. That's going to do it, folks. I'm wrapping it up here. We'll talk to you down the track.